Hello, thank you for taking time today to watch our new video all about the Open Hearts program through Nightlight Christian Adoption's Snowflakes Embryo Adoption Program. My name is Paige, and I have worked with the Snowflakes program for over 5 years now, and I'm excited to present to you this new way to adopt embryos through the Snowflakes program. The Open Hearts program was established in 2021 with the goal to help embryos, which are in the most need, to find their forever families. Oh, right. So, what exactly is the Open Hearts program and why was it established? Just like each snowflake is unique, so is each frozen embryo. That has been the Snowflakes mantra from the very beginning of starting the idea of embryo adoption. Embryos come in all different sizes and quantities, each with their own unique background. Some can be frozen at different stages of development, some may have been frozen longer than others, or some may have been frozen via different freezing methods. There are embryos out there that are donated, which are more difficult to match with adoptive families, simply because of the fact that there are limited fertility clinics in the United States that are willing to accept these embryos into their practice. This can be due to factors listed on the slide that I mentioned previously, or perhaps of the donor's health history or other special circumstances, like maybe there's only one or two embryos in a donated set. Regardless, all of these embryos have the ability to become a healthy pregnancy and your baby if you were to give them a chance at life. The ultimate goal and the mission of the Snowflakes Open Hearts program is to find adoptive families that are willing to open their hearts to these frozen embryos who are waiting to join their forever families. So, do you think you may be a good candidate to adopt embryos through the Open Hearts program? Snowflakes is looking for families or individuals who have a heart for adoption for our Open Hearts program, those who feel called or led to add to their family through adoption. We are also looking for families or individuals who wish to rescue an embryo from frozen storage, shorten their matching time through the Snowflakes program, as being open to embryos in the Open Hearts programs will sometimes lead to shorter matching times. Now, to address the big question you've probably been thinking of from the beginning, why won't most fertility clinics accept these special circumstance embryos into their practice in the first place? Fertility clinics have requirements when it comes to accepting outside embryos into their practice on behalf of their patients. This otherwise means having embryos shipped to their facility that were created at another facility. Um, these um, these requirements can range anywhere from only accepting certain quality embryos, being particular about the year the embryos were frozen or the freezing method, and other characteristics mentioned on the slide. Though this is not an extensive list, this is usually just what we see most often. This could be because the clinic doesn't have the trained personnel or staff or equipment to store and thaw the embryos, or it simply could be the clinic wants to ensure their FET success rates with their embryos created in their own facility. Snowflakes has partnered with clinics that are more open to receiving special circumstance embryos on their patients' behalfs, which we will talk about here in a little bit. All this embryologist jargon may seem a little scary, but we want to reiterate again. Any of these factors or characteristics do not mean these embryos are less likely to result in healthy pregnancies and healthy babies. The Snowflakes Embryo Adoption Program has been working with embryos of all qualities and quantities for 25 years. We have seen perfectly healthy babies born from all types of embryos, including embryos adopted through our Open Hearts program. All right, so how does matching work through the Open Hearts program? So through the Open Hearts matching process, you are able to specify three main preferences if you're in an adoptive family. The first preference is the number of embryos, or how little or how many embryos you would consider in a match, i.e. if you are only looking to add one more child to your home, we would not match you with a family who has 20 embryos. The next preference is communication level with the donor or placing family, whether you wish to be more or less communicative in terms of contact with this family, and any life-altering preferences in regards to accepting the match. This essentially means that if the embryos had undergone testing previously, and the embryos were identified and labeled as mosaic embryos, or if they tested positive for a genetic condition, you have the ability to say you do not wish to be matched with these embryos, as it could be a life-altering decision if you were to say yes. Another aspect you may be wondering, if clinics are so picky about the embryos they receive, how are we finding clinics to work with families who are adopting open hearts embryos? We have partnered with a few clinics in the United States that are more open to the types of embryos they will receive on our open hearts families' behalves. These clinics have the capacity, the personnel, and the in-depth understanding surrounding special circumstance embryos you will be receiving. All of these clinics have communicated with us that they will allow their patients to remote monitor their preparation for the FET at another location and travel to the facility for the FET procedure. This means if you live quite a distance from one of these clinics, you can do most of the FET cycle preparation process close to home. You are able to specify which of these clinics you would like your FET performed at. However, if you are matched with embryos that will not be accepted at that particular clinic, you may have to consider traveling to another partner clinic for your transfer that would accept those embryos on your behalf. If you wish to know more about these clinics, you're more than welcome to contact our office and speak with a Snowflakes inquiry specialist to learn the particulars. We will give you our contact information at the end of this video. Okay, so let's touch on the funds that are needed to pursue the Open Hearts program through Snowflakes. The fee for the Open Hearts program is the same as that for the regular track Snowflakes program, which is $9,000. Open Hearts families will also have to complete and pass an adoption home study and consider the costs associated with the preparation for the frozen embryo transfer. That will be payable to the clinics used to prepare and perform the FET Act. In addition, you will also need to take into consideration the cost of traveling to the partner clinic as well. One of the differences in the fees between the two tracks is the rematching fee. If an adoptive family did not achieve a pregnancy or live birth from the embryos they adopted through the Open Hearts program and would like to rematch through the Open Hearts program again, all rematching costs will be waived for that adoptive family. If the adoptive family decides they would like to be rematched through Snowflakes, but do not want to be rematched through the Open Hearts program again, they want to go through the normal track Snowflakes program, then a rematching fee of $3,000 will be due to pursue that route. Now you know everything there is to know about this new program through Nightlight Christian Adoptions and the Snowflakes Embryo Adoption Program. The only question is, will you be willing to open your heart to waiting embryos through the Open Hearts program? If you have any questions about the Open Hearts program or just the Snowflakes program in general, feel free to contact us. Our contact information is listed on the screen there. Call, email, browse our website, whichever is easiest for you. We here at the Snowflakes program look forward to helping you embark on this joyous adventure of embryo adoption.